Hello, Game Passionate Nerd here, and I think that my previous episodes were boring as fuck, so I decided to up the editing a bit and narrate the events in a very stupid way that I myself nonetheless enjoy. First thing we do in this episode is get metric ton of Shangite to sell the locals as a remedy for everything, like a men's shampoo. Use it as fuel, construction material, freak it, eat it as well. Wait, what was that? Don't worry about it. Our next lesson is arson! Meh. With power of Megumin we unlock access to swords and spears, which seems backwards until we realize we are playing an anime game and gun wounds are just a suggestion. Polish people assemble! We then discover a very reasonable excuse for landbreakers hating on technology. Endfield developed AI, and worst of all, it knows WuWa signs. Immediately we get a call from Big Tech,
Don't know what she did, but it's gotta be serious.
which from this point onward will know our every move, and opting out will cost us generational wealth. Cool. After returning to our base, we want to play games, so Mommy gives us blocks to play with, and after painstakingly putting our singular gacha rotten brain cell to work, we succeed. As soon as we get on our favorite MOBA, we get taunted by haters. We're not gonna let it slide, so our esports career will have to wait, but first we need to drip up. Unfortunately, the best we can do right now is wooden armor. And with that, Mommy sends us off. We arrive at the blockade of pipe worshippers and decide to convert them by the best means known to man: violence. In their utter villainy, however, they set up a trap, which completely counters gacha players like us. Tho I'm. This wouldn't match a real alpha, who actually conveniently appears at this exact moment. Holy! We then get challenged, and with our yee-ass mask we don't stand a chance against his sheer aura. And a gun. This twink, however, is a gacha MC.
Hell no, man. What the fuck?
So not only do we keep our ladies, but the alpha also joins our side. We get a tip about pipers trying to assimilate locals into their cult by getting them addicted to vape. Utilize the dog's power to sniff and get a lead to a camp of the pipe faces, and we see a fugitive who we decide to chase.
Quick, after him!
To smoke him out, we threaten to utilize our newfound power of arson.
Incendiary weapons.
The local pops out of nowhere and tells us he was more scared of one guy who saved him than camps worth of people who wanted to kidnap him. Yeah, something smells off, no wonder our alpha could sniff it out. With suspicion, we decide to hear the guy out, and he tells us about his very sick sister in a secret hiding place, and we must help her quickly or she could die. Follow him and trust, 100%, no cap.
We gotta help these people! Well then, Mr. Karja, please lead the way.
Chekhov's gun is a narrative principle in which every element introduced in a story should have a purpose that contributes to the plot. But Hypergriff apparently doesn't know about that, as we are led to a real refugee camp with a real sick sister who really needs our help, which renders the entire previous cat and mouse sequence fucking meaningless. Then we learn about refugees' problems, give medicine for rock cancer to a child, speedrun Christopher Columbus on haze slippers, and deploy AI turrets to unalive people. They are bullies, so it's ethical, trust. After going through a secret tunnel, we enter the Vapory, where we get high and hear disembodied girl streamer voice oversharing about her abandonment issues and enjoying pipes in the face. We dispatch her sims to clean up their meet and greet, and then she proceeds to double down and strengthen her echo chamber. She uses her womanly wiles to seek her Discord mod on us and dips. Due to the nature of his being, all we need to do is just wait until he self-combusts in presence of a real man who women actually like. In attempt to stop our pursuit, Neporiv pulls out the typical "I admit, we were both wrong, actually," and Donowalls us. This doesn't budge the real established chats, but our amnesiac ass stands dumbfounded. Lacking retort, we go home and cry to Mommy. She cooks us a plan though. In order to square up with a girl boss, we need a following on our own. And so we embark on a grand adventure of conveniently appearing when and where it's most necessary, as one does. Our first stop,
Mine.
Oh, you've arrived, Denman. Awesome.
Upon arriving we learn that recent events triggered several collapses in the area. People got displaced, supplies are difficult to deliver, and it falls upon us to fix the problems, because the people who are meant to do that are incompetent.
Wait, are you saying that none of you know how this works?
We look once and realize all we ever assembled were Legos, so we need to fetch a schematic.
It's at the old quarry.
On our way, we meet a girl with a pretty nice puzzle. Oh no, numbers! I can't count!
Activate the device.
Please don't tell me it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yippee! Four, two, three, one. I'm smart.
You solved it so quickly.
You get our schematic, head back and fix the crane. Game makes some "you are being watched" camera angles and we think nothing of it. Hypergriff doesn't do Chekhov's guns and such, remember? Our next course of action is finding Lost Engineer, who turns out to be some cracked old hermit lady who's also apparently a spider monkey.
Over here. Don't just stand around.
Thanks to her experience, we learn how to better get around the crane to reach places we didn't know we could before.
Huey. Falling off would hurt real bad. Even for someone like me.
We get to the top, blow the barrier and go down, only to arrive at the beginning. Yep, we just got Dark Souls. But hey, the camera angles actually meant something. Yippee! So it would seem the game cares more about that than actual characters' actions. That's cool. Anyway, then we operate the crane to make use of the locals and make them find their friends.
We can finally get across.
Good job, people.
Mission accomplished.
Watch out! It's right behind us!
Or not.
You must hurry over there, Inman.
We prepared everything for them and they immediately what the fuck? And they immediately get into trouble. On our search, we discover source of the problem. Boom! And missing crew. We get the workers back to the crane and finally collect our reward. Give me stuff. Upon our return, we take the reins of the ship, and for some reason everyone is okay with it, despite knowing about our amnesia and that we have no idea what we're doing. I assume we had people like Perlika dealing with shit for us before amnesia as well, so it's not like we actually make decisions. Ooh, a PowerPoint. Okay, so red goop is bad, rocks are good but give cancer. We use rock energy, girl boss uses goop energy. Got it. Speaking of girl boss, she's made another meet and greet reservation. And well, we need to crash this party as well. But first, we need a robot, so it can calculate goop out of existence, apparently. Can't debate the corruption, distract it with AI, I guess. Until the AI overheats at least. This allows us to free another victim who isn't incompetent, like miners.
Thank you, but I'm totally alright. None of you know how this works?
And can take care of herself from now on. Yippee! Then we see Girl Boss's pipers, which would explain why there is goop all over this place. Blondies from before appear and say, "Go fuck them simps up, we got this." We approve. We plug our AI to the internet and it calculates which parts of the goop to use soap on, then finally overheats. We get a call from Big Tech again and they spout some legal mambo-jumbo about proprietary software and right to repair. We smash goop in the balls and discover superior simps, drinkers of bathwater. Hey.
Just got ambushed by some stupid goons. We're on it.
After cleaning the building of goopers, we arrive at the headquarters of Big Tech
Hello?
and discover that the tech isn't the only thing she's got big.
If something needs you to step in, it must be huge.
Why do I gotta go to horny jail?
She rejects Piper's shilling, but instead of converting them to their own followers, she stays in her nerd cave and plays tower defense. She's just like me for real, for real. Our AI gets upgraded and doesn't overheat anymore. Thank God we didn't void our license, as we did technically use it for its intended purpose. Since our package does include long-term support, Big Tech Girl joins our side, and we get a bit closer to Nefari's place. First, we must cross yet another area in which we meet a middle schooler who's definitely gonna grow up as a functioning member of society.
You are the worst boy I've ever seen. Papa Molle.
She leads us to a guy traumatized by Neporif's flatulence But fortunately, a mere seconds later, we also discover a unique fragrance capable of countering the girl failure stench. Interesting. We dodge them farts, crush them balls, and pop the barrier to the cradle while cooperating with locals along the way. We get rid of the stink bomb, install a refresher, and finally reach the last zone.
This is the place where we decide our victory, Administrator.
Sniffers are already set up at the venue, so we must navigate carefully and clean all the filth we find. Other than the Pipers, we find factory workers and their boss, who is as edgy as his name suggests.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Mr. Crow?
Supervisor Perlica, you're finally here.
With his plan to godwind the entire factory, just to deal with the landbreakers who occupy the area.
Are you planning to flatten this entire place?
I don't see any problem with that.
We say no, so he tells us to go fetch a highly specialized walkie-talkie to call for help. Because we can talk with a spaceship through our cool watch, but not call reinforcement. No, that would be cheating.
Show them how we strike back.
Hiya.
Oh, was that you? What did you screw up this time?
Enough words! Unload everything you got on my coordinates!
Oh,
You're Mad Crow. What about your people?
reasonable man in charge? Oh, yeah, this is a fantasy world, alright.
Reinforcements are already on their way.
After this admittedly pretty cool cutscene, we get to experience how our grandparents walked to school back in their day. Wait. We said to not bombard the area, didn't we? Oh, an assignment. Nothing beats open-air exercise, am I right? We arrive at the doors and the girl boss throws at us her subs again. This time, however, we won't be brigaded, as we've got a following on our own. Who? Nice. Cool cutscene. That's very slow running. The enemy has no aim. She can teleport stuff! We catch up to Neporiv, deploy our AI and... What the fuck is going on? She made a stone girl with tentacles. I'm feeling all sorts of ways right now. It slaps, and not in a good way. We crash another ball and she gets ready to throw hands. White and red girl. Now it has arms. Though even if she's got 6 of them, she still uses one at a time. Our team has 8 though, so we win.
2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3. Quick math.
Oof!
None shall live.
Ooh. Mysterious voice from beyond calls girl boss back to the kitchen and she dips, despite us being still alive and AI fulfilling its purpose. Rare W for big tech. Leaving the area thus cleaned, we go back home to celebrate. And that's it for 1.0 story, it would seem.
Our friends from the power plateau just arrived too. Victory is finally ours.
I wanted to include comparisons of WuWa and AKE in this video, but the script turned out to be quite big, so I'll make another video, or maybe even multiple ones, to cover all I think is worthy of talking about. At least from the gameplay perspective. This has been Game Passionate Nerd, play games and have fun. Bye.